Yeah.
And we live, baby, with a Swift Productions podcast. What up, baby?
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah. We big chillin'.
I don't even know if this is supposed to be a podcast, but the point being...
Oh, yeah, it's BTS.
We're doing BTS for this bullshit-ass music video we did, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of mid, to be hundo. But,
yeah, dude, this shit is...
Okay, so, we're here to talk about... Oh, Jesus.
No more.
This man's going to lose his board privileges. So we're here to talk about the Broken Road music video specifically. I think the best way to start would be to, Austin, for you to talk about the song, because I feel like for you it's a little bit different from what you've generally made.
Yeah. So basically the song, I made the beat like 2.5 years ago, literally, or maybe it was a year and a half, whatever, but I made the beat, I wrote the hook the same night I did the beat, and then, forgot about it. And then 2 years later, or a year and a half, whatever the fuck time went by, I was just going through all my old sessions, and I found that one. And I was like, wow, this is beast. So then I just wrote my verses to it, and then put it together. But the fact that we did the Western theme is so... full circle type shit, because there's sounds in the song that I purposely put to mimic horses and just have more of a grander type of old school, I want to say tribal type of sound. I don't know. I wanted the song to be big, and the concept that you guys came up with for this song matches the song itself.
Perfect. Definitely.
Yeah. And I was going to say we should talk about that, because you got, I don't know who it was who released the horse specifically with the sound, the little boom sound in the song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was Jake. It was Jake. Yeah. We were going to Kansas City. I think we were literally going to just pick up furniture.
Yeah. No, the drone. The drone.
We were going to buy a drone. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And I remember we were driving. I think we actually called you, Austin, and we were like, we need to figure out some concepts for this, because I know the project was coming up soon. I believe we only had a month to put everything together, maybe a couple months to really put everything together, dial down a specific concept. And
once we agreed on it, it was a month.
Yeah,
once we
true.
I think once we locked it in, it was a month.
Yeah. Well, and I remember me and Jake were in the car listening to it. We're like, man, we have no idea what to do. I believe a concept that none of us had really dove a lot of time into it, but I know Jake had brought up something along the lines of a boxing ring and stuff, and we really didn't have any direction until we had talked to you. And we listened to the song a few more times. This was before we talked to him, and we heard the horse sound at the beginning. Jake's like, why don't we do a Western?
And it all just kind of fell into place, because we were driving through the Flint Hills,
literally the place where we shot it.
Yeah, where we shot eventually. We were driving through there, and I looked at Patty, and I kind of said it jokingly. I was like, why don't we just do a Western?
Yeah, dude, because you called me. I was about to go hit baseballs with a couple of my homies at one of the fields around here. And we pull into the field, and then you call me, and you're like, dude, what about a Western theme? And me and my homie looked at each other, and I was just like, actually, yeah. Fuck yeah, send that shit. And then... literally, you guys had locations and shit locked, and I was like, oh my God, am I actually about to be a fucking cowboy right now?
I think we made 25 phone calls just from the time we were driving on trying to lock down a horse, a location, and a bunch of stuff. By the time we even
Pistol, bro, the legend.
By the time we brought it up to Thad, we had a whole thing hey, we can do this. We have a person with a horse, and just rough idea.
Well, I remember in me and you talked about it in the car. We're like, this is so weird that we can't just be yo, Thad, let's do a Western, unless it's very dialed down, at least very specific on what we want to do and where we want to do it, or else Thad would just be nah, no way.
100%.
Because it just sounds so crazy.
It could have, but it could very well come off. It could very well come off corny if we were to just send it and not full. Yeah, dude, because I was damn, cowboy, fucking wild, wild west, I just don't know. But then once you guys kind of said the whole Django Unchained inspiration, and I was like, yo, if it came out something that had that vibe and feel, good God. And then I saw the final, and I was like, good God.
Yeah, no, that was, I remember, though, when we talked to you about it before, I know you were, excited about it, but, you and then Brian as well.
Low key, in the back of my mind, I was like,
You're
I was like, dude, we're about to be fucking on a horse riding through a fucking, yeah, dude. I was just like, how's this gonna?
Like I feel like it was the logistics because I
really
remember
was.
when I remember we were in Colorado. We were with Ben or Quadeca.
You say that weird.
What was that?
You say Colorado weird.
Colorado. How are you supposed to say Colorado?
Colorado.
It's Colorado, bro. You know that.
Colorado. Anyway, so we were in Colorado with Ben or Quadeca, as you know him as. But we were shooting this music video with him, and then I was getting emails from Brian, and he sent me this fat email of all the concerns he had, and I understood fully. Like I understood why he was like tripping about it. And I was like, okay, so I need to explain all this. But we had the Cowtown location, which was like most of the video.
Yeah.
And we have the Flint Hills, which is like this outstretch of
The journey.
open land for the journey. Like we had all the locations, we damn near had all the people, and then we were pretty like
Yeah, dude, and shout out to all the homies that came out, bro, because they're all just like
Good people, bro.
fucking dude, just good vibes. They were just like, yo, you're shooting a music video, I'm gonna be a part of it. If you guys need me, I'm there. And everybody.
They all had a blast.
That was
bro.
fucking sick.
All of my friends feel like movie stars now.
oh yeah,
They're excited.
even
Yeah,
like
dude.
like everyone who was there, and even like Josh, like who drove us out to the middle of nowhere. Like literally, we went on like
Yeah, to the
20-minute
fire
escapade.
scene.
Yeah, like shout out to Josh taking us out on this like 15-20 minute escapade through like neighborhoods, and I would have never imagined to find that place. And he was I gotta
Yeah,
stop.
bro. He just kept turning, and I was like, yo, he's either gonna murder us right now, or we're about to get a sick ass shot.
Yeah,
Right.
No in between. No in between. But yeah,
It kind of felt like both at once, though. I heard the coyotes. I thought he was just trying to like bait them in.
Yo, dead ass, bro. I was scared as fuck. I was like, yo, you guys are just sitting there like, oh yeah, some coyotes. Like, no problem. We'll just fucking punch them in the face if they try to come near us. And I'm just, no, like coyotes is just go in the car and leave.
I think one of my favorite parts about the video that's not like generally specific on like what we did was like how all the people that were involved with such like a big scale music video, and none of them have a background in that.
Yeah.
All of them have 9-to-5 day jobs, bro.
Yeah.
Like they're just a bunch of like local homies. They work at, normal like day-to-day Monday through Friday jobs, and like they really like made it happen. It was super cool.
I mean,
Hey, bro.
like
Crazy shit.
specifically like talking about like Kyle, for instance, like in his role as the like deputy dude at the beginning.
huge.
So many people. I mean, the video's not out yet.
Yeah.
Like as we're recording this, video's not out. But everyone I've shown it to right away asked me like, "Yo, who is that?
Is he
This
like
dude-
an actor?
Yeah, this like this dude's good." And like,
Yeah, bro, that motherfucker. Yeah, on set, we were like, dude, what the fuck? Like, how is he not an actor right now?
oh yeah, I ran into him at the Brickyard the other day, and I told him that I was like, "Bro, everybody's already hype. Everyone who's seen it is hype about your spot in it." But I was like, "Bro, it's not out. Like, just wait till it comes out. I'm excited." But
Yeah,
so
dude.
okay, we talked a little bit about the prep, like a little bit about the idea and concept, and like, yeah, it did. I feel like low key the sound, at least from, I mean, this is a you thing, but like it came from this just the sound.
Yeah,
That was
literally.
where the
Like
whole
we're
concept
sitting
came
there,
from.
and I just kept hearing the brum,
Yeah,
brum, and we're just driving through, and like I kept playing it back, and I specifically remember too playing that part like 3 times.
Yeah.
To Patty, and I was like, "Tell me what you hear." I didn't give him the Western idea, and he was like, "I don't know." I looked at him, I was like, "A Western."
Like horses.
Yeah, it just literally sounded like horses running. Mm-hmm. And that's where I was like, and then that's when I brought it up to you
Dude,
later on.
yo, like, besides the whole thing, you know how fucking excited that makes me feel, bro? Because that's exactly what I was going for with that sound. And I literally was in my microphone going,
that's awesome.
it's
No, that
like,
is
what the
awesome.
fuck?
Like, well,
Crazy.
That's cool because it's the same thing where it's like for you, it's the same thing where we make ideas to like visualize the thing that you made, but in this case, it's like direct, like it's super direct.
Yeah, like you hit that shit on that fucking head, bro.
Yeah, and it was cool. I mean,
Pause.
once we had the concept, I know me and Patty really like sat down and dove into like how, like, what are we gonna do to piece this together in some kind of story and some kind of fashion that isn't super super corny? Because like with it being a Western, we were like, oh, we don't. We that was our biggest like thing we were trying to hurdle was the corny aspect of it.
Yeah.
And,
It was kind of like, well, I remember because this was still when we were on the way to Kansas City, and we had talked to Austin about it at this point. We're like, what is the song about?
Yeah.
Because like we can go Western, but how do we make this like, obviously like, you can just shoot a video of a Western, but if it doesn't have any true meaning and it doesn't correlate with the song, it's just random.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you if you want to talk about it now, like what was the song about?
I think the song was, it just, like I said, the hook I did first way before I put the verses on it. And I think for me, the hook came to me at just like, I was thinking more like when I'm at my like worst, like what are the thoughts going through my head? Like I feel alone. I feel like nobody understands what I'm feeling, so I don't talk about it. But if I did, I would, even if somebody didn't understand it, I would just ask them to tell me they did, because it would make me feel less like a crazy person. And the verses came year and a half, 2 years later, after having different experiences with that feeling, being that feeling being caused by other things in my life now rather than what they were caused by when I wrote the hook. Like, so I think that's why on the verses, it was easier for me to write the verses later, because I had more experiences in different ways. And it was just about, that's just like what it feels like when you're alone. And I think this being the first song off the Fate Loves the Fearless album is such a perfect start to introduce people to the whole idea of what Fate Loves the Fearless is. Because fate really does love the fearless, and sometimes when you're doing things that is against the grain, you feel alone as fuck, and that's what that song is about.
Well, and I remember, Austin, we had a conversation about the song whenever you were out here. One of the nights we like sat a couple hours by your apartment or whatever, or by the Airbnb.
Yeah. Oh yeah, on the roof.
Yeah. Well, remember we talked about this song too specifically, and our conversation that we had nothing to do with it, but then you brought it up. You're like, yo, this is what the song is about. Like this thing that we were talking about specifically.
Yeah.
It was like about that, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, I mean, the song, like I don't even think I really grasped it at all at first, and then like we talked about, the video perfectly fit it. Almost by accident. Like, so I mean, we knew what it was about, but like after you explained it to me, like literally that night in the car, I was like, oh, this is actually better than I realized as far as how it correlates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude.
But yeah, it was awesome.
It's crazy.
So I mean, and then like moving on past that, I feel like, and then even for Patty's sake too, this was the first time Patty had really gotten super involved in like the creative side of things. I feel like, I mean, like
it was the first one that I think you guys trusted me to have like true creative control over, as far as like building like a solid storyline to something, and like really being just like free, like not having a true limitation to something. Yeah. And I thought that was really fun. I feel like I did pretty good on it, and I mean, definitely like bringing it to Thad, I was super nervous for sure. But I mean, like I said, I feel like he gave me a lot of free reign on that, and like really helped like pull, like I can come to him with something creative, and then he can really like help execute that. So he helped fill in a lot of like the loose ends that I had. That's like, I kind of want to do this, and he's like, well, this is how you need to do it. So like that was like super fun to be able to work with him directly on that, and like actually build something super cool. So I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I feel like we talked about that. I feel like I had a really fun time with you on it, because we like did a lot of bouncing creative stuff off of each other
nonstop.
I've tried that in the past, but sometimes it doesn't work well. But I feel like we found a really good balance with that.
My bad.
You did? No, I feel like we had a good. No,
clapping.
I feel like we had a good balance with that, just in the aspect of like,
it was cool.
It wasn't like I never felt like I was stepping on your toes, and I don't,
no, not at all.
Like vice versa. So it was cool. But so moving forward, I feel like the actual prep part, one part I want to talk about before we jump right into the video, because we have it ready, we're going to pull it up and kind of talk more about the like specifics. Something I wanted to talk about too, which I think is just cool to pull up, and we have footage of this, but was the fight scene later on in the video. Like, we're kind of jumping later, but the fight scene, we did a bunch of prep. So speaking of specifically,
the fight scene.
Clyde in here, honestly.
Yeah, we definitely should have had Clyde.
Shut the fuck up, Clyde!
Shout out to Clyde.
I don't know why I didn't invite him, but anyway, Clyde worked at a place called it was like
Crack Axle
Canyon
in Oklahoma.
Which I feel like we should.
Did you just say crack cocaine?
Crack Axle, yeah.
Crack Axle Canyon. It's interesting. It's like a Six Flags thing. He used to work there. He doesn't work there anymore. But I can speak on this because he doesn't work there anymore. But we were supposed to use that as our second location. So after you like left on the journey from Cowtown, you were supposed to like come back to that place that he used to work at. Well, I talked to them, and they literally told me like $2,500 an hour. I was like, bro, that's like a couple of hours, and it's our whole budget. Like, no. I was like, no.
Yeah, bro, like the fuck.
They tried to hit me with the corporate strong arm, and I was just like, What? Like
And that's when you literally say, "Kiss my asshole," and
Yeah.
we're not doing that.
I was nice about it, but they were like, "Oh, keep us in mind if you have anything else." I was just like,
Nah.
"Yeah, totally."
I would have just been like, "Yo, let me RKO you into the fucking SeaWorld pool, and then shut the fuck up."
I'll
We're
keep
not
you in
doing it.
mind so I can bash you on
Yeah,
the BTS podcast.
That's what we're
No
doing
way.
right now. But okay, so we were supposed to use it, we didn't use it, so we ended up having to use Cowtown for this, the second
Yeah.
location, which I think for the most part, unless you really look hard, you wouldn't know that it was the same
No,
place.
not at all.
But
and that was hard.
it was hard.
We had to really. I think we went out to Cowtown probably at least 3 or 4 times and just stared. We're like,
Beforehand, yeah.
How are we supposed to pull this off? Because all the roads all look the exact same. It's the same like sand. All the
Yeah.
porches look the same.
Well, and there actually is overlap. There is actually overlap, and if you go and look for it, you'll find it. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure, but for the 90% that won't notice,
No,
like, that's the reason we
absolutely
didn't
not.
look.
Dude, that's kind of crazy because I looked at the video and specifically was trying to find overlaps, and I couldn't.
Okay, that makes me feel even
But
better.
but like you guys hit it enough. Like I couldn't tell, and I was looking for it.
That makes me feel
Now
better
I'm
to hear
curious
that.
as to where it is. Yeah, that's why I was like, yo, I'm gonna know like this shit is like bullshit. But then it's like, nah, like it looks so perfect.
Perfect. Okay, that makes me feel even better because I was
Yeah.
like, the video's not out again, so we haven't had much reaction to
Yeah,
it yet.
true.
I mean, in my head, when I watch the video, that's all I see is I'm like, oh, there's the background. Yep, there it is. Like I just that's what I see, So, but anyway, so speaking on that fight scene, like Clyde worked at that place. It was like a Six Flags thing, and they did live shows. So he learned fight choreography and has done. He even did. I wish we had that behind the scenes.
I have it.
We'll put it up in the video. But anyway, Clyde learned fight choreography from that, and then he also has done some of his own. Like remember that like extraction video I showed you?
Yeah. Which was really good.
Which was really good, especially for like the
Backyard
setup
work,
and-
like just with his friends too.
yeah. So he
Yeah.
learned a lot from that, and he choreographed the whole thing, like set everything up. He did all the fight moves. He did like a fight school like training with everybody beforehand. And we probably have footage of this stuff. But he taught everybody how to do that, so now it's like that's a resource we can use in the future. And he
Absolutely.
and he does a bunch of stuff too. He'll be more involved with projects, but we have footage of that, so we'll definitely put that in here. But I say we just jump to the beginning of the video, and then we can kind of watch through it a little bit, and then kind of pause, talk about moments. It'll just kind of spark some ideas for us.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, I do have it muted just so.
That's fine.
Yeah, we don't need
we'll
this
just
sound.
go into our-
Bro, this opening shot is just tough, bro. This opening shot is just tough.
It's I don't know. It looks.
It's like, yo, where's my
sells.
blanket?
It really sells. Because where are you gonna find that?
Yo, pause that for a second. Actually, go back.
That's
to
what
I
I'm
thought.
saying, bro.
I wanted to say, I don't know if people noticed, but the point out the wanted sign.
Oh, right
we
here.
we had the wanted sign that we made that wanted sign for these videos.
Yeah.
We just put it in with the rest.
Yeah,
of
bro,
the
you
things.
put that shit on like a fucking like a stove, right? And you like soak it.
So,
and then-
so Jake called me and was like,
yeah.
well, I called him and because I found a wanted poster that was actually a Photoshop file. And I was like, Jake, I know you know how to do this. Like, let's make a wanted poster real quick. We need it done anyways. So we ended up Photoshopping it together. And I was just the lucky guy that happened to have the printer on hand at the time. So I ended up printing out like 6, 7, 8 copies. And it just looked like a gray piece of paper. It looked boring. It didn't look like a Western
It was
wanted
not
poster.
convincing, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
me and Jake hopped on YouTube for like 30 minutes and figured out that if you make coffee and you pour coffee over that piece of paper on like a baking sheet and you put it in the oven, it'll give it that like brown like tinge to it, and it'll make it that like older look.
And the paper turns into like it feels old too.
Yeah, it does feel old. And then Jake, when we got to the office the next day with it, he ended up taking a lighter and giving him some of those burn marks and the burn holes
sandpaper.
through it, and took some sandpaper to add a little grit and texture. And yeah, I mean, you could see it comparatively to some of the other stuff that they have up there. It doesn't look too far out of place. You know what I mean?
It
it
almost
looks
looks
better.
better.
Yeah, ours
It looked-
definitely looks better than
well,
theirs.
I mean, you people like
that wasn't
Yeah,
the
fuck
one.
that shit. No, I'm kidding. Cowtown, we love you.
We had a different
Thank you for the
one.
rate.
Yeah, shout out to Greg, bro. No, we had a different one though. The one that was like the final one, or the one we used like that.
This is the
Austin
one that we-
walks up
yeah,
with.
yeah.
It's better,
Yeah.
or not better, but I would say more specific, like to what we were using. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, fun little thing on how we made that. I guess you'll see it again like later on in the video too,
Yeah.
just in different spots. So we can move on to the next. And then shout out to Kyle here too, he just killed the deputy role.
100%.
Like
Yeah,
I
this motherfucker's
went
tough.
through the lines with him a little. Like okay, I barely went through the lines. I talked to him about like the motivation behind the lines, what the kind of story was in the video, but I didn't actually like. I never like went line by line with him. I was like, "Yo, change this, change that." No, he
figured them out
freestyled
day
it.
of.
No,
Yeah, he
figured
just
them out
walked
day
in
of.
that bitch like he owned it, and he fucking owned it.
Oh, he destroyed it. Even the first take, I was like, oh wow, that was really good.
right.
Like, and I didn't work with him like line by line. I didn't even get in the lines beforehand. I was supposed to. I literally didn't even get them. I don't think we finished. I probably finished the lines like a few days before. Like, finished them.
Yeah, I was gonna say everybody was reading their lines before, like right before they were about to shoot.
Yeah. I mean, and then like the jailhouse scene, we didn't even have written lines.
we
I had a
Yeah, bro, he
concept,
was just like, "You want to get out of this 4x4?"
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, dead to me.
We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so you can see the one inside here. You can pause for a second there. There's a better look. This is the main one. We
Yeah.
used. I just feel like that came out amazing. Like the fact that came from like a normal white paper and turned into that.
Yeah,
That's so impressive.
Normal
to me.
basic
Yeah,
printer
bro.
paper. Then just a little Jake and Patty swag on there.
Yeah,
and
that's awesome.
let's go, baby.
Little Jake and
Like, yeah,
Patty
they
sweat.
And it was fun for me too because like to have these like hero shots or like these like main dialogue scenes. I've never really done like dialogue in music videos. So really like dialing.
Yeah, Patty's over there with the fucking boom.
Yeah,
mic.
we have some behind the scenes video of this stuff too, of like our setups. You'll
Yeah.
have to see it, but like we had like 2 reflectors going and like the boom mic over
Yeah,
the top, and the boom
I've
mic
got the
duct
mic.
tape.
Yeah, bro, the line of shot was literally like that thin, and it was so perfectly framed in. It was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking
You
sick.
would never know. I mean, if you literally moved a half inch on either side of any of these frames, you're seeing like the crew.
Yeah,
you know?
you're seeing
Yeah.
everything. Yeah, it was super
Everything.
fun to set this up because like we really got to dial in one shot. It wasn't like you're just like free balling, running around filming stuff.
Yeah.
It was really specific, tripod stuff. And we talked about that. We wanted to
Yeah.
make it like feel more cinematic. Like we wanted to make it feel more like a movie than just like our normal music videos that we
Yeah,
do.
bro. Because the song isn't. It's not just a song, you know.
Nah,
No.
And the video had to match that shit.
Facts. I love this part too. This was like a one take. This is the only take we did with Worm, and Worm
Yeah,
killed
it
it
is.
too. Worm's not
Yeah,
an
he
actor.
did.
Worm is not an actor.
Worm killed it.
Yeah, dude,
And
that
he just-
motherfucker's not an actor. But he killed that
He is an
shit.
actor though. He is an actor though.
He's an actor now. This is going on the IMDb. 100%.
Yeah, dead ass.
I ran into him at the gym the other day.
IMDb, bro.
I ran into him at the gym the other day, and he was like, "Yo, show me the video." I was like, "I'll show you the trailer. I can't show you the whole video right now." I made him wait. But even these scenes, like the walking through scenes and some of the audio we used, like Patty went around
Yeah.
and like captured audio, everybody walking and all this. Like it was just stepping up the audio is such a big deal for this video.
I think without audio,
shout
this
out
video
to
almost
that
doesn't
fucking-
exist.
Yeah, 100%. The audio is so crucial. And
It's so crucial.
unlocking the door and shit.
I mean, all that, all the way down to the fight scene.
This fucking jail was actually the first jail in Wichita, which is nuts. And there was like names engraved on the inside of the wooden walls, like with dates and shit. That was weird.
Yeah, and
Weird.
a fun little just small thing here was too with our lighting. So we had a light we had blasted through the window to like you could kind of see like move forward a second. There's like a flare that's coming through and stuff. But what we had to do to get Austin lit up, like I think Patty or Jacob, we switched out, but so we had people literally standing in the left corner.
Yeah, this was Jake
Literally
at this point.
crammed in the corner, holding a reflector to bounce the light that was coming in back down on him. Because if you didn't have that reflector, you literally couldn't see him.
Yeah.
So that and
Yeah.
then we hazed up the whole room. Which
Yo, I went crazy with that smoke machine.
yeah, the haze kind of varied shot to shot because it was an open space. But like when you in some of the other shots though, you see where like there's the beams and everything. That's what we really wanted. But it looks sick. But yeah, then the wanted sign drop, and even this whole dialogue scene right here too was awesome because you can pause it. We completely like freeballed it. Like we had the concept of what we were saying as far as like
the mood and the direction.
but the lines like Worm literally like the 4x4 thing he came up with that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean in Austin obviously you didn't have a ton of lines here. You didn't actually have a ton of lines.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, yo, when do I leave?
Yeah,
When do I leave?
you were just like the badass cowboy dude in this
Yeah.
like. And we kind of we kind of talked about it like a bit ago at the beginning, but like me and Patty when we talked about the concept and we were like really getting into the story of it, we like we mentioned Django Unchained was like our main inspiration as far as like the look of it and like the style because when I talked to Brian, he was talking about doing like an old Western style, and I was like I want to meet in the
Yeah, like
Well, because I liked the older style, but like, and then he showed me some like new Western, and he was like, "Oh, I hate this." And I was okay. Like, they had like, I mean, it was all shot on like film and like anamorphics. We obviously didn't have that, but we shot everything on. So my new camera setup, which was the A7S III, we used old vintage lenses, and we bought a full set of them. And I feel like they really gave the mood of the video. I think without that, it would have just not felt right at all.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't think it could have looked better.
But yeah, I'm super happy with the way the video looks. Like that was like my first actual full video even using that camera and that setup, and I was like a little on edge about it. It was the first time.
Yeah, bro, you were fiddling around with the fucking gimbal the day before we were shooting because you had just gotten the new gimbal.
Yeah, literally 2 days before shoot day.
We were. Oh yeah, I was literally.
You got it on a Friday.
Yeah,
and our first shoot day in the Flint Hills was Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday, yeah. I mean, I literally just had that. I just got the camera a couple weeks before. So, okay, so we're talking about this next shot here. This is that little like fast cut little. This is the sound. This is the thing we were talking about with little. This is where we inserted the shot of the horse running, and we can talk about the other thing too. Is here if you look at the boot. This is not Austin's boot, and the reason this is not Austin's boot.
Roll stunt double. Roll stunt double.
Yeah, we'll have to. I think we probably have footage from that.
Yeah, I definitely.
When basically we had to have a stunt double because the horse, good old Pistol, she just did not want to cooperate with Austin.
No,
she just didn't want to run.
You like me like that.
She was pretty tired from that.
Well, you figured it out. No, you did figure it out. Later on, you got her to run, but it wasn't when we were filming. So the owner of the horse, what is it, Shawnee? She had to like ride for him, and just because we needed like some speed, so that way like it would look right. We were shooting like 120 frames per second and driving next to him. Like we had a truck going, and we were like with a gimbal driving next to him.
Yeah,
dude, and I had to give her my pants and shit. I had to give her my pants. And I was sitting in the back of the truck in my boxers and a long white tee, freezing my ass off in the middle of flat-ass Kansas.
I'll be sure to put a picture there for that.
Austin exposed.
There's that video.
His Reddit feed would love it.
I have him on the GoPro vlog. That's awesome.
There's that video.
That's so funny.
There's that video of you standing there in your boxers out in the middle of the field, and you're like, "This is America."
Yeah.
I don't know if it was from the GoPro or.
I have it on the GoPro for sure, but Brent definitely might have it. That's too good to miss.
That's great. Oh yeah, shout out Brent. Brent did all the behind the scenes footage.
Brent.
But yeah, shout out to Shawnee for being a stunt double here, because we needed the horse to go fast enough to at least match the pace of the sound of the beat. It needed to look like it was actually the horse. You know what I mean? I think we nailed that, to be honest. You want to play like the clip, like play it into the clip, that way you can kind of see it.
Oh yeah, there's not
bad stuff.
No, go back just
there's like three. There's two.
Nah, there is two.
Well, I played the last one.
You know?
Yeah.
Skip too far back.
Just leave it.
Yeah, you skipped too far forward.
No, I didn't.
There you go. Right there.
That thing.
It was kind of like a transition too, and this shot was really cool too.
Yeah,
like him walking out of the darkness, and we kind of used that as like a
base
shot.
The gun, dude, that's so Django, bro. I love that. I love
the
that
gun flip
with the gun sound
effects,
as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got all the sound
We
effects.
started doing a lot of sound effects in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this was just supposed to be that fast cut sequence of him getting ready to go. Yeah, I love that like rainbow flare that lens has. Beautiful. And then getting the
dust tornado.
Yeah, the little dust tornado. Shout out to the dust. And we had like really.
I didn't even see the dust tornado. Fuck.
What?
Oh yeah.
Bro,
there's a little dust.
You're a
tornado.
weirdo for that.
Watch, it's like right.
This was our favorite part of this shot, anyways.
I mean, this one. I remember we had so many issues getting the.
Oh
the horse
shit! Yeah,
straight.
that's tough. Fuck, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the horse was a barrel horse. So
Yeah.
the horse kept wanting to trail off and like turn a barrel.
Yeah.
Bro, if that horse
run straight.
fucking took that barrel, the horse would have fell because we were on very hard sand. Bro, my legs would have been broken. I would have been in much pain. The horse would have crushed me. Horse would have been hurt. God damn, dude. Thank God that horse wasn't like in fucking barrel mode and just straight fucking took us both out, bro. Yo, but would have been hilarious to look back at video.
I would have
great.
filmed it for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
For safety, you know.
Would have left it in the video.
I don't know. We didn't have no paperwork signed to say that any damages to Austin.
We did not make him sign a waiver.
Yeah, he
sadly.
didn't sign a waiver.
We would all be getting sued.
Yeah. We wouldn't be here right now. So, so moving on, we are now in the Flint Hills, and then this is the same shot. Obviously, it was slowed. So Hunter, a good friend of ours, had I think it was a family member,
a family friend
who owned all this land actually, because we tried to find a place out in the Flint Hills, but like having permission is obviously really nice, so we don't have to worry about it. So we found this little lake
exactly.
and everything, and you can pause it for a second, here, Jake.
Look at that shot, bro.
Yeah, that shot's one of my favorites. We have to.
As you guys would say,
we need to put the movie poster on screen too, because Jake got a photo of when he got the horse to run, and then like
same kind of look.
Same kind of look. It's like that like silhouette.
And you see
sunset
every
look.
strand on the horse's fucking like the little thing on his back.
The mane?
Not the tail. That's a tail. Is that what it's called? A horse mane? I was gonna say that, but I wasn't about to be like talking about lions or nothing.
Horse mane.
Yeah. So. But that looks sick. But yeah, I love this shot, and I love like the Flint Hills in general just had such a look to them. I mean, we kept joking, if you go back a little bit, about everyone, like I posted like little Snapchats and like little things just of the area, and everybody's like, it's a Windows 98 like screensaver.
Yeah.
And it really did look like that though. It was
make sure I put the
exactly what it looks
right
like,
now.
bro.
the clouds, bro. It was really the clouds. Like they were like all big and puffy, and like it was.
They were like
sky.
the most perfect clouds you can find. They literally looked fake at some point.
Yeah.
Like just being there, they looked fake.
Yeah, they look super fake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, here's a good spot to throw in the part where Jake lost at a rock skipping competition to Austin and had to drink the water.
Lost down bad. He had to drink the water. He took
I
it
drank
out.
it though.
He drank it respectfully.
You did
I
do
got
it.
like 18
I'm surprised you're on the.
but we good.
Dude's got pesticides.
He's got
in him now.
leeches in his stomach.
I drank cow shit that day.
Oh, bro, down bad.
That's what put me in the trenches.
Oh,
Bro.
Also, shout out to the times where Pistol was like, "Yo, I know we're shooting right now, but I'm just gonna have to take a dump real quick." And then it just lift its tail, and then shit all over the place, and then we would have to clean it up so it looked like the same shot instead of just random pile of shit in the shot now.
Pistol was not very concerned about continuity.
No.
She would just take a shit.
Not at all. Like an absolute mountain of it, too. To where like you had to do something about it.
Yeah, no. They don't do the rabbit turd thing.
That's crazy.
No.
We left a pile of shit at
Cowtown.
Yeah.
I seen it when I left.
We did
I went
leave
back
some
to
shit
look
for
at
Greg
this
at Cowtown.
I
I
mean,
can't tell if I
yeah,
felt
shout out
right or
Greg.
not.
Shout
Big
out
shout out, Greg.
but yeah, Greg was lit.
Greg's a unit.
But yeah, this location was fire. I mean, it was really like, literally just like infinite hills. Like we kind of just had to walk. Like Patty walked for like 8 years and found this spot.
Oh, dude, yeah.
When we first got there, but
Well, I knew I had seen water, or the lady who had led us onto the land said that there's a pond out there somewhere. I said, I'm gonna go find that pond because I bet that's gonna be like a cool landmark out there. Otherwise, it's literally just gonna be grass hills.
yeah.
You know, there's really nothing that's significant out there. And I was like, I'm gonna walk and just see what it's gonna take to get out here. It wasn't that bad, but realistically, it was at least a mile and a half.
Oh yeah, it was. But like you could still see the truck clearly, so I was like, oh, we're not too far. But then it's like a fucking 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
When you're going
Back
up and
to the
down the
truck.
mountain, or like
The hill.
the
I
hill.
mean, that's what they feel like though, is mountains.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's mountains in Kansas right there.
Dude, how in the shit and where in the shit did that pond even come from, bro? God was just like, you know what? It's going to rain a little bit extra here, and we're just going to put a little divot and let the water sit there in the middle of this open ass. Just hit him with that from the sky real quick.
Just a little bit extra sauce on it.
He
You know?
said monsoon right.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Right.
seriously.
let's keep going. But yeah, these scenes are fun, and actually, Pistol was pretty cooperative for the most part.
Yeah,
For the most
That's when
part.
she got tired.
To be fair, she was a lot more
Yeah.
cooperative than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to be like an absolute hassle, just because, you know, Austin's not like an avid horseback rider or anything. I'm not around horses a lot to know.
Hey, I am a fucking
You
horse
did better than I thought. You did a
rider,
lot better
bro.
than I thought.
bro. Shout out to all the family vacations where we went horseback riding upstate, Chestertown, baby.
Yeah, bro. You
Yes,
were
sir.
training for this video. And so and then this shot. So we talked a little bit earlier about Josh taking us out into the middle of nowhere to this little like
Literally nowhere.
little pond.
It's
No,
it's the
river?
Arkansas River. Yeah,
Oh.
the Arkansas River.
So-
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, just a
Oh,
little,
dude, don't say
And this was
Arkansas.
and this was
Arkansas.
day 4 of shooting. Remind you,
oh yeah.
this was the 4th day of this video.
Yeah.
We did three
Last thing.
about.
And
We did like 3
What
12-hour
I-
days, and then came to this.
Yeah.
and this probably took what 3-4 hours at least.
it was only like
Yeah.
only
Yeah,
an
it was like
hour
a
of
couple.
shooting.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We only had a little bit of light.
just had
an
a
hour of
fire
shooting,
going.
but like total getting there,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, and then Jake and Patty and them started building like a fire. They got all the logs and stuff ready.
The TP.
We set up a little teepee, did the fire, and then it was only a couple shots. The only thing we did here was so off to the left behind the fire, Patty was standing there with like a
Savage bar.
little savage bar,
Quasar.
which is basically just it's like an RGB light. Blasting orange into him to just help fill, and then he was like flickering it a little bit. And then Jake was on the far right where the moon is. The moon's not that's not real. That's VFX.
That's not?
Obviously. But I mean, well, it wasn't
Fake moon. Fake
well,
moon.
it wasn't in the first cut, and I remember adding it to the final, and then Austin said something about it, but I was like, I knew it would be that nice little touch, and that's why, because Jake's standing on the right side with the blue, with like a blue same light, but just set to blue, and then like to add that rim light,
Yeah.
and it added so much depth to it, just to have like a
100%.
little
Yeah,
can
it
see
did,
the
bro, because
rim
it
light.
looks like it matches perfect.
Yeah. You can see the little rim light on Austin's back, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to show a better picture for the actual video.
Yeah,
but
it's
it
a- yeah,
matches-
the back of my
it
hat
matches that
especially.
moonlight perfectly.
Yeah, I mean, and this is a really simple setup, but I really like the lighting on this. I mean, the whole video, I felt like I had, like, by the time, like, since we had shot our last videos and stuff, I had, like, much better understanding of light and, like, how to shape it and everything.
Yeah.
Shout out to Caleb Zook for teaching me the ways.
Yeah.
Zucker boys.
He was supposed to be out here for this project, actually, but he was just busy. We were going to fly him out for it. But, you know, he had obligations, unfortunately. But, yeah, he even played forward, and some of our other angles were cool, too. Like, on the front shot here, like that one, the fire was so much smaller. So Patty was over there like flickering it. Actually, no, the fire.
Yeah,
was
look at that light. The right. Look at the right side, top right. Like the moonlight, bro. That looks so perfect.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this one, we cheated everything in. Like as I remember, I was explaining when we were doing it.
Yeah.
Patty, the fire was gone by this point.
Yes.
Actually, on the close up. So
Yeah.
So basically, Patty was
I was
standing there on the
probably
left.
3-4 feet away from
Yeah,
him.
he
Pretty
was
close.
way closer, and then I cheated into the side a little bit more, like less angle than the fire actually was, just so it would have more space for that like silhouette side. Even Josh was standing there right on the side, holding the flat, the neg side of the reflector, and then Jake obviously is in the back. We pulled everybody in like closer to like enhance this look, but I love the close up of this one because there's a lot of shape in it. And you just end
So
up
crazy, dude. When we were filming like that scene, like all the scenes with the fire, my face was so hot, bro. It was like the fire was right here, bro. My face was burning so bad, and I just, what's his name?
Josh.
Fuck. Josh, yeah. He was just like, dude, you sat too close. You fucked up. And I was like, nah, I'll be all right. And then we started shooting, and I was just like, oh, my God, my lips are dry. My eyes are burning. Everything hurts.
It looks like you held it together
So
very
funny.
well because you
Yeah.
really can't tell that you're like in wincing pain almost.
I don't know. The last scene of this where he looks like kind of at the camera and you see the tears in his eye, that wasn't because the song was sad and he was getting emotional.
That's
bro.
'cause the fire
That
was
was
burning.
Yeah, because I was in pain, bro. I was like, yo,
No,
get
no.
me out of here. Get me out of here.
No. You were in character, bro.
100%.
Method acting.
Yeah,
Whatever
you know
happened.
the vibes.
It's like
Yeah.
rubbing onions on your eyes or something.
Right.
Dax. Yeah, Dax, bro.
All right, let's keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing.
But okay, and then this scene
A
here,
little foreshadowing.
this
again, I
one was
believe.
really cool. So this is where we had like the like villain saloon kind of thing, like it was a foreshadowing where we were kind of giving a look on like the villain's hideout, and the first time you actually see the outlaw guy, which is you in this video, but like we tried to somewhat keep that a secret until like the actual face reveal at the end.
Yeah.
And like the lighting I'd wanted to do in here, like I was wanting to silhouette everybody, and it's halfway there. What happened is that the front we tried.
I
to
like
block
that
off
they're
the
not
light.
completely.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't going to be completely, but I meant for you specifically. I just wanted to hide your face.
Yeah.
And I had to I just graded this really. I had to grade this really hard to get the look I wanted out of it. But
Yeah.
the front window that's like on basically the side of the faces we're seeing them from, we couldn't fully block it out because it was just huge. But we got most of the way there. But yeah, you can keep playing it here. But this is like our foreshadowing of it. But we don't really like see a lot here. I just wanted to like, as you're out there, I wanted to show inside kind of what's going on and like allude to the next scene that we were going to see when you guys actually see them. And then so that's the first time we kind of see you playing the over there. But like, I know a couple people we've showed it to said they really didn't know it was you until the end, which was the goal.
Yeah, bro. The only people that knew it was me beforehand. Oh my god, these shots are crazy, bro. But the only people that knew was my boy Gabe, and I believe not even my mom or my boy Mike. My dad knew it was me though. And dude, when we get to that part, you can see my tattoo. That's the only thing that really gives it away. But they just knew it from my voice.
Yeah. So it's like, if you know, you know. If you spot the tattoo, it's definitely Austin.
Yeah.
My parents,
but
had
it's
no
really
idea.
low key. Yeah.
Facts. And then shout out to the little telescope thing we had.
Dude, that shot, that literal shot, angle and everything is in Django, bro. I don't know if you did that on purpose.
No, I did.
But I watched Django like the day after we were done, and I was like, yo, I'm going to watch the movie now. I'm going to get it lit. And I saw the exact thing. I was like, wait, yo, Thad is a fucking asshole, bro. I was like, what a dick, bro. That's tough.
The shot with the horse running, that was also from that was also inspired from Django. So there's the spot where the spot where the
people are trying to invade their camp.
Yeah, where the whole the mask thing. We had to wear the mask.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy, like when they're out there and they're circling their little thing, and then when he's like he basically
it's where they
he
set
gives
the
Django
bomb off and they explode their
they set the
thing.
bomb off, but they give Django the gun. The professor dude gives Django the gun to shoot him, and it's like a low shot of the horse running, and he falls off the horse. I saw that and was like, oh, I love that. I want to use that for the running. The little sound. So that was where I got that. And same with this. I saw him with the little thing. I'm like, we need the thing. Now
we gotta get that shit.
The telescope is mine.
Oh, you got it?
It's mine, baby. It's in my bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Well, okay. The thing is, I wanted,
and it works.
It actually does. We used it to spy on buffalo. We were gonna shoot in a buffalo area for this video. We didn't end up doing it, but like me and Patty went out and we found buffalo, and he was
we were
literally looking
scoping
at
him out.
Yeah, found a shit ton of buffalo just vibing.
Yeah, I felt so country.
A whole pack of them, bro. It's kind of lit. But
that's so south.
But we were supposed to.
Not really south.
We were supposed to have a shot. I literally I fumbled the bag on this one. We were supposed to have a shot of you. So like, there's this shot here, and then it was supposed to cut to like through the telescope view of the next town. And I just literally forgot to get the shot, and I was like, you know what? This doesn't even it didn't make sense for the edit anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just literally forgot to get it.
That
but
shot would have been
the timing though kind of worked out better, just for like it didn't. I don't know. It didn't make sense, and also I was like, how realistic is it going to be for him to see a town from where he's at? Like,
yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
It's like it definitely could have been cool, but it definitely didn't need it. I remember we questioned ourselves. We're like,
it wasn't
do we
a
need to go
necessity.
back there and get that.
Yeah, we could have got we could have
thought about it, and we were like, honestly, it looks fine without it. It definitely. I think the biggest thing is we put so much attention to detail on the way we structured the video that it almost doesn't leave a lot of room for like what's gonna happen. Like it's just very well described, and it's just easy. It's easy to follow.
Yeah,
I guess that's what I'm saying.
I feel like.
But
yeah, we can move on then.
We have like 10 minutes.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So then we're coming back into Cowtown. We use this separate section right here. This is like a little almost residential little area that we use for that, separate that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Christian played the lead henchman here, the cigar shot. I
Sheesh.
love the focus pull there. We made that all one shot.
Yeah.
And then this part I loved as well, because we wrote it this way too, to you can pause there for a second. We wrote it this way to actually have you playing the intro of the song on the piano, and then you killed it and actually played it on the thing. We recorded audio separately, And
Yeah.
I thought it was cool, and I kind of had to like figure out how we would like structure the audio for this to make sense, because we had audio of everybody talking and we wanted that in there, but we had to separate everything. So we recorded like 3-4 different types of audio. So we did just the piano by itself.
Yeah, to put
like
just to get the shot to be correct.
Right. So we had the audio from just the piano, we had the audio from just the people talking, and then we had the audio separate when Christian, when he walks into the scene and then he talks to him. So we had to get like a bunch of different layers of audio to separate them. But yeah, and this is.
Yeah, and I don't know which one of you went through all the audio to fucking organize it, but shout out to whoever did it, bro, because I would have had a fucking...
I added a lot of it.
Oh, dude, I would have lost my mind. I deal with audio files all the time, and that would have fucking stressed me out.
It wasn't too bad, because I got the luxury of hearing Patty go, all right, take 1, this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, I bet.
Austin playing the piano, take 6.
And that's what you're supposed to do, though. That's what you're supposed
for
to
sure.
do,
That's how I was doing it, and I lost count of the take. Probably like almost on every scene we did, I would be like take 3 like 4 times in a row. So I know Jake had hell trying to do that, but he definitely made it easy for us to put together. That's for sure. Facts.
That's so funny.
And then we're about to get into our fight scene here, and like the little like build up, and we always just laughed. We always just laughed at the shot of Clyde and
of the
Christian,
henchmen walking
the
up.
3 henchmen, the 3 stooges. We kept calling every time we would cut to this shot, we would just laugh because we know them, like because it's Ian and Christian and Clyde, and they're just goofy.
Yeah, shout out to Ian. His music is tough. So is Christian's.
Big
But
shout out,
fucking
yeah.
Clyde is the one that's all the way to
so
the
can you
right
pause it for
there.
a
The
second?
one that just moved his head.
So yeah, go back.
He's the one who put together this whole fight scene that's about to happen.
So
that
Clyde-
man on the right, he's the one who did it all, and
Yeah.
he fucking killed it.
He's literally a madman.
And he taught us all. Yeah, dude, he literally taught us all how
What's
to
the
fucking
number
fight
one
on
rule?
screen.
What's the number 1 rule?
2 fucking eye contact is fucking consent. Bro.
There we go. There we go.
Let's go.
That's that
Contact
shit.
is consent. Jeez.
And the fucking box, bro. There's a box,
box,
right
yeah,
here, bro.
yeah,
Both
yeah.
sides. You punch through the box.
Man.
No, Clyde did a really good job of like he not only he himself who was like not super like comfortable with the like concept of it, because he's done this stuff, but it's like to a minor degree.
Yeah, for sure.
But he was not only able to
Yeah,
do it,
it's
but
like this
teach
is
it.
the first time this is the first time I feel like we've all full sent in some way for the first time with this video. Like everybody who's part of the cast, me fucking with lines in music videos outside of the song. I've never done that shit. And like the fight scene was just a full send for everybody. Even you, Thad. Like, have you ever shot something like that before?
No. I mean, I've never done dialogue really. I've never wrote. I never. This is my first time writing dialogue.
Yeah, dude. That's why this video makes me so excited, because there's so many things that are just that were new to us when we did it, and it doesn't look like it was the first time we've done some shit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I keep explaining to people when I talk about this project. I'm like, for me, this is like so much bigger scale than anything I've done. Not by like budget or anything, but like just literally by the like what we did in it, as far as trying fight scenes, trying dialogue, trying to like structure more of a story into it. Because we've done story videos, but like never to this degree.
Mm-hmm.
So I just bro. I really feel like everyone pushed themselves in what, like you said, in some way, shape, or form. So we can jump into our fight scene then.
Beautiful fight scene. Pow.
And like honestly, I thought I was gonna have to do a ton of editing, like a ton of like fixing and changing things, but there's very minor tweaks to fix things. Most of this was just them doing it really good in camera. There's some little things as far as like maybe like the cutting a frame out, but I only did that like once or twice.
Yeah.
Like this part specifically, this is the one shot that I was talking about whenever he's punching Ian in the face. You go back a second.
Yeah.
When he's punching Ian in the face, this is the part that I'm talking about when it overlaps, where you can see the background. We're just ripping apart our own video.
100%.
We're just ruining it for everybody.
Oh, dude. See, I didn't see
Right.
that.
So
See?
you can
So back
see
there.
where you wrote off.
Right there, yeah,
Yeah.
back there. That's where it is. I didn't want to ever show this direction, and that was I didn't want to do the fight scene here. That like originally when we all talked about it, I was like, guys, the background, we can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, oh, I'm just gonna angle around it. But that front like area was so much better than where the other place we talked about.
When you're focused so heavy on Ian getting its ass completely just demolished.
Yeah, like that's why I never even thought about it.
This was actually my favorite part of the fight scene, mainly because I love it, like just watching Ian get his ass beat. But like, I just think he sold it really well, and I think you did really well too. It's very convincing
on both sides. Ian really sold the hits, and you really like you threw like that's like one of the most convincing parts.
It looks like you're punching like full speed. Like if you messed up and like actually hit him, you might have actually knocked him out. Like you guys were like going for it.
No, I was punching so hard next to his face, my elbow hurt actually, because I was like straight extending so hard, bro, and I was like, damn, like hopefully we only have to do this one more time.
It was great.
And
bro,
that was another thing to talk about here too, is we low-key ran out of light too. Like basically where I'd take blame is spending too much time on the saloon, the dark saloon scene. I honestly didn't realize how much how little time we would have on this. But when we went outside to shoot the fight scene, I was like, oh shit, we have like 20 minutes. Like we literally just ran through the full.
Yeah, we literally had 20.
Well, we booked it so fast. I wanted to have so much more time on that. But like, I remember when we did it, I literally just did like, we went through a couple run throughs. I would do like one angle 3 times, right? And then switch to another angle, do the same thing 2-3 times until I was happy with it. And then when we moved on, like it was a couple of the ending scenes were like first tries, like just they were quick. And then
one would have been a first try.
The belt. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, you can keep going.
Let's get us through this beautiful fight scene.
Christian getting rocked.
Bam. Yeah, Clyde just killed it. I love his combo there and the little
switchblade thing.
Yeah, I love the slow mo to like see him getting it out. Boom. Big heavy kick towards the end. This beautiful focus pull.
I love this shot too. The little focus pull to the hat. A lot of these shots were like impromptu. Like we just figured them out. The whole fight scene, as far as like camera angles, I just figured them out.
This has so much suspense to it. It literally makes my hair stand up every time I watch it. Just the super slow motion of Good Austin putting on his hat and like he's like still like recovering from this fight, and then like the villain's coming out, and you get the face reveal.
Bro,
it's so great,
dude. And if you go back a little bit more to the as I'm putting my hat on, you can see me slowly like widening my eyes, like holy fuck type shit. And I did that purposely because when Thad told me that I have to be pretending like I'm looking at the thing that I've been on this journey for so long, I was like, fuck, all right, I gotta have some type of expression and get the idea across of like, fuck, like this is it. Like this is what's going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can play it here, Jake. But yeah, I love this shot specifically too. And this is what I was talking about as far as the lighting changes here. Like you can literally see we're getting into like blue hour by the end of the shot, which I actually love the way it looks. But so also you can go back a couple shots. You don't do that. Yeah, I'm gonna say because we have to put the actual video over the top of it. Just go to you skip forward. I can I'll point out this is for other people and to make fun of myself. It's a double here. So that shot here, you pause it. So this shot here. Once it goes into the next shot, you see I broke the 180-degree rule here, and I realized it after I shot it. But the 180-degree rule essentially is just...
What is the one... Yeah, what?
So it's basically just where you are shooting from the same side, so that way you don't confuse viewers on which direction they're facing. So play this, so watch he's facing that way, and then he's facing that way.
They're both facing the same direction.
Now, you obviously have this middle shot here that shows where
Wait, how?
But, like, if you notice... Go back to that last shot there.
Just look at you on the screen.
You're facing that way, and you're both facing the same direction, which is like
so
cardinal.
your back versus your chest.
I see.
So what I should have done is I should have shot from the other side. I think the issue is the gun. I think maybe that's why I did that.
It was the gun.
But nonetheless, I'm making fun of myself here, but also telling you that for other filmmaker people watching this, don't do that because it's confusing. Now, you have that next shot right away to see both sides. It's not that big of a deal, but like it bothered me whenever I went, and I couldn't flip it because it would have looked weird. But anyway, and then the gun shot there too, like that's another little like small thing there. And there's like some VFX stuff I did with masking and everything, and the sound.
Bro, that shit looks so perfect.
The sound, and to be honest, VFX as far as gunshots go, were actually one of the easier things to do because it's one frame. You just got to get that one frame really clean. I did masking on around his hand, around the gun. There's the smoke. The smoke is really big too. And then this part of the video too, this is where we were wanting to play some like visual, like some little
like a visual
here.
trick on the viewer. We wanted the viewers to think that our good guy got killed.
Yeah.
Which obviously watching the story the whole way up, you're like, the good guy's going to win. You know, this is going to be the story. And when you first see the gunshot and you see Good Austin's eyes go wide, you're like, oh no, like it's not going the way we wanted it.
Because we see the villain shoot, and then we see his face, his reaction, the wide-eyed, that close-up like that. I love that shot too.
I remember we just bananas, bro.
Remember we just had you just go
bananas
and widen your eyes like 16 times.
Yeah, bro. I literally was just staring into the camera, like. And then every time Thad was like, all right, yeah, that was really good. One more. And I was like, all right, not good enough. And then he was like, oh, all right, yeah, not real good.
One more.
Yeah, he's like, and ready, and 3. That's Thad's go-to every time. He's like, all right, guys, ready, and action.
It was a 3, 2, 1. Don't forget 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
The 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, because I got to give everybody with that 3, 2, 1 is time for everybody to get serious, because we just be memeing the whole time.
Yeah, get everybody to shut the fuck.
But yeah, so yeah, that's supposed to be the part where you like, oh, you think he got shot, and then you turn around and you see basically the concept is that both of them got both people shot at the same time, and now. This is the reveal of it. Now, we originally had planned to like not poke a hole, but make a dent. Put like a dent in there so we could VFX in the bullet. Our good friend Jacob poked a hole in it, which actually I think it worked out.
Full through.
He had an impossible task and the worst tools possible to try to make a dent
in like 3 seconds. Too.
We just got to give him a little bit of crap for it, but it was low key an impossible task.
Pot metal, bro.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah. So we
Jacob, you fucked up, bro. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we literally put a pebble in it.
Yeah, we
took a pebble
rock
off the ground and it filled the gap. For then, but I remember when we had we
considered using it. We were like,
we actually did.
Okay, like
we just didn't know what to do for it as far as VFX went.
Well, and then we found. Well, we tried to mess with it. I tried messing with it. I asked. I had asked around a little bit as far as getting someone to do VFX on it. I tried to mess with it,
and we bought a model.
We did. We bought that 3D model. But the thing is, I really quickly learned I have no clue how to use Cinema 4D. I mean, it's not like I thought I knew how to use it, but I was like, oh, I could use it enough to get this done.
I quickly learned.
Well, just like a couple YouTube tutorials.
Yeah, no clue. It was actually ridiculously confusing. Basically, the camera would change every time I wanted to like adjust the thing. If I adjusted my camera to like look at it, it would adjust the camera on the actual shot. But I ended up giving up, and then our friend Alex, he's in Canada, but,
Toronto.
He's in Toronto, but he
shout out Toronto. I'll be there on tour.
He was a friend of Blaine's, we're talking about Blaine B here, the ultra famous pop star. That's
go up.
But he recommended
Ecstasy.
me.
Bro, I was literally about to hit him with the same one.
But he recommended me to talk to him, and I hit him up, and he was like, "Oh yeah, dude, I got you," and like literally did it in like a day.
Yeah,
killed it. Made it look really, really good. Set it like it looks really like set into there. Like you can kind of like a close up on it or whatever, but. He did a really good job. The tracking is really good. He sent it to me in like a day, and he did it for like nothing. I was like, dude, you're
well, and he said he does work for Sony.
For Sony, yeah. No,
so he knows what he's doing.
He's really in there.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I remember. I forgot. I didn't even talk to you about it probably, but we literally had it done in like a day. Well, we were scrambling to get it done for the final because I was like, I wasn't even sure what to do, and then. He just made it perfect because it's big enough to where you can tell what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was our biggest worry. But yeah, he killed that. So
shout out to Alex.
Yeah, shout out Alex. We'll put his
info shout out to Alex.
Absolutely.
Bro. Shout out to Alex.
Oh.
No.
First try, baby.
Yeah.
First try, and then Patty made me laugh.
Nah, see, Jake just made you laugh. I don't know. That's crazy. I can't believe he would have done that. Man, what a guy,
Because I did it, because I was like, yo, guys, I'm going to rip this first take. And I had to be all serious, like, oh, my God. And I was walking up. I fucking did it, put it in, and then I looked at Patty, and Patty just goes,
Dude, I was dying. I could not hold it together, bro. I actually have that in the GoPro vlog. It's like my favorite part. Oh, man, that's just too much.
And then we ended up having to do it like 6 more times because we couldn't get it.
Like 6D more times. And it took forever.
And we were like running out of light. We were just like, bro. It wasn't like our last shot.
Do it.
I definitely fumbled on that for the boys. It could have been perfect.
And then I don't know. We never talked about it. You can go back a second. We never talked about it, but we used Ian was his stunt double for like the
both times.
So he's the guy laying on the ground, and then the one where he shoots. So we actually had Ian. In he was like similar size as Austin and everything. So that kind of worked out, but. That's how we were able to get, both of them in the shot, quote unquote.
That's just a sandbag body.
Just a sandbag body. And then, we kind of got our little ending scene here at the sheriff's office, and same
full
thing
circle
here
shit.
where we did a similar kind of setup as our first dialogue scene. But
I love that because it's the first person to walk through the door that way is the person begging to this guy to get help, and then the second time the exact same person the exact same style and setup of that person walking in is the hero who completed the task.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, no, it was fire. And then we kind of just made like some little impromptu lines up here. I don't think we had this part planned out either, really.
No, not too much. I mean, Austin's the one that chose his lines on this one.
Yeah, he did.
Bro, 100%. And you know what? I was thinking about it, bro, when I showed my homie Mike the video for the first time, and I said the line at the very end. He was like, bro, he's like, do you have any takes? Because it was the first rough cut you sent. And he was like, yo, do you have any takes where you just stare at him and don't say anything and you just walk out? And I was like, fuck, no, we don't. But that would have been tough. Like if I just didn't say shit and I just walked out of that bitch.
I mean...
That would have been some badass shit. But I fuck with what we did with it.
Well, low key though, like that's kind of how I wrote the intro scene. You remember that? We changed the editing a little bit. When I wrote it, there was literally like 2 spots. So as far as like the sheriff's reply, there was 2 spots where it was literally like blankly stares.
Oh yeah,
and then like basically like
stares again.
There was like a different emotion to it, but like he basically was just like he was like visually annoyed with what he was saying, basically because like. The backstory was that Austin had, like, your character had done something or whatever to, like, piss the sheriff off.
Yeah.
And I had 2 shots of him just sitting there staring at him, but it kind of felt, like, visually, it didn't feel that great when you watched it. But, like, we honestly probably could have done that for the ending and it would have been cool. But
yeah.
I think the thing that's like a reverse thing. I mean, it's like the dead space in a video. Not having lines could be super powerful. Like
it really can, yeah.
Like it's just the emotion on the face, really, at that point. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes silence is very loud. You know what I mean?
Totally.
But,
oh, shit. Hit him with some wisdom, Patty.
Dang, come on, bro.
Hey, bro, that's your next album, like Louder Than Silence or something?
Louder Than Silence.
Yeah, sounds like a metal band.
Silence is louder. Or I don't know.
Yeah, bro.
Silence of the Lamb.
You just acapella everything.
It's
Pop.
Nah, bro, it's like an hour. It's an hour-long album of just pure silence. There's nothing.
Dude, right?
Nothing.
I'm dead.
Of silence.
God damn.
Okay, well that's pretty much the end of the video. We got like our nice little outro scene. This was the shot that we could not get Pistol to go straight. This specifically was one.
Yeah, bro, because she kept shitting. This was one of the ones where she shit too.
Yeah, it was.
This was our first one we did.
100%
Big
was.
fat
Shout out
old
Deb
dookie
Campbell.
right on the fucking.
Oh yeah,
We forgot to shout out Deb.
yeah.
Shout out Deb.
She
was on the
literally
wardrobe.
killed the
Deb.
wardrobe.
Yeah,
Over
Yo,
like
she
14 outfits.
murdered
dude.
that shit.
It was like over 14
Yeah,
outfits.
bro.
yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah, and she hooked us up with the price, bro. Shit.
She's a legend.
And we didn't even we didn't show
So
everybody
legend.
a lot, but
everybody was decked out. Yeah, everybody was. It was super cool.
Everybody looked time relevant.
Yeah, no, for sure. Wish that was another thing we'd talked about too before. I remember Brian was worried about the clothes and all that other stuff, and like,
Yeah. That was one of the things I was worried about because I was like, where the fuck are we gonna get all these fucking clothes to match? Like
We definitely
Brian and
were
shit?
too. I mean, granted,
And
we
then
found
Deb
her
put her
pretty quickly,
cape on
but-
and went, fucking saved the day, bro.
well, I know, and we found her through Greg, right?
Yeah, through Greg at Cowtown.
Yeah, so our location hooked us up with a lot of the other things, and then our weapons too.
Wow.
Tim was through Cowtown as well.
Yeah.
I
Which
want to
Deb
say
made us
big
found.
shout
Yeah.
out to the guy that started
Because-
that too was
because
the
you
dude
shouldn't
from
have been able
the
to get
Wichita
that shit.
movie. the one that I reached out to about shooting
Oh,
at
yeah.
Cowtown originally.
I don't remember his name, but
I don't. But he's the one that led me to Greg, and then
yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that was the thing. Like, the whole concept around the video worked out because of just like the resources we had. I don't know if we would have tried to pursue that if we didn't have those resources. And I know that right away, once we were able to tell you guys we had those, it was like, oh, okay, I'm not so worried about this. Like,
so like at the end of the day, just shout out to Kansas for just being country as fuck, dude.
yeah.
Yo, I was gonna say
a
that
bunch
for
of
being
cowboys
fucking
for real.
Western, bro. That fucking Wild West ass shit, bro.
We're still out here, bro. All
Everything
you
is
city
there.
slickers don't know nothing about it. We got horses out here, you know.
Yeah.
We got the horses in the
Yeah,
back.
that shit tripped me out.
all right, with that,
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit was a wild experience being there, bro. It is nothing like New Jersey.
No, I'm
Nothing like New Jersey.
and maybe this is a conversation for another video, but I mean we did the 3 videos out here, and like I feel like because we were here, we were able to like maximize our budgets to such a degree.
Yes, because you had the
Angeles.
fucking hookups, bro. Yeah, man, you had the hookups for real.
Yeah, I mean like if we're briefly talking about like our other videos, for like in my head at least, for the blue screen video we did, it was all in our studio. So we have our own studio in house. We were able to do everything
own
there.
spot.
Afraid of Love, we even had. I think we had a couple things. It was just homies who helped us out, and like
Homies, our
the donut
homies
hole.
work,
Yeah, donut
you know,
hole, like for the
donut hole,
like
shout out
locations and. Excuse me. It just
A
we just-
downtown
Yeah, bro.
park, you know, our own office again.
it was just so like that was the difference between shooting here in like Los Angeles, where you pay to play for everything out there, which is fine. That's like that's
Yeah,
how it goes,
every
I
but-
think
little
we
thing.
would have had a space in Los Angeles to even build like the metal wall.
Yeah, no,
Because
that's
think
true.
about it, our house wasn't that big. We couldn't have done that
No.
in there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
We didn't know anyone with a space that size. We'd have been doing it on the beach.
facts. Well, I think that probably covers
about wraps
most,
us up,
Yeah, I think
dude.
that covers most of it. This video is probably longer than we wanted it to be, but oh well. I feel like we covered everything and like pretty in depth. Austin, do you
Yeah.
have anything else that you want to add into here?
Bro, fucking. Give me a sec. What do I got for him? Oh, Faye Loves the Fearless is coming out October 1st. Make sure you pre-save that shit. It'll probably be in the bio of this or description or whatever the fuck. Broken Road is now out. Watch that video. Hope you guys enjoyed this, knowing the behind the scenes and shit. Yeah, man. And I'm going on tour also, so... Yeah, so if you're sick and tired of not going deaf from loud music and having a good time, then go to the description as well and buy some fucking tickets because we're going to rage, dude. We're going to rage, dude. Yeah, bro, go do that. Hell yeah. Shout out to the Thad Swift boys, the fucking Swift Productions Crucive. You guys are legends.
Absolutely, bro.
Thank you,
Likewise. Can't wait to do it again.
Yes, sir.
And with that concludes another Swift Productions Behind the Scenes podcast.
Yeah!
There you go.
Dave.